Hi everybody, it's Soap Man and it's time to make some soap. So today we're doing soap in our slab mold, and I'm doing a pink themed soap, and as you see from the title, it's pink grapefruit because the fragrance is pink grapefruit from Crafter's Choice. I have used this one many times, it's a favorite. And I know I say that all the time, but the ones I buy really are my favorites. I've tried many over the years. Most of my fragrances behave well, but this is the single best behaving. Of all the fragrances that behave well, this one is top of the list as far as slow moving and slowing your trace down. As far as the smell, it's absolutely spot on for a fresh, juicy, ripe grapefruit. And most important of all, it holds up in your cold process soap. I will be using 5 colors, and actually I'll go over the colors as I'm putting them in to save a little time. I am putting some black in it, and I know ideally a ripe fresh grapefruit wouldn't have black in it, but I just like black mixed in with almost all my soaps, as you probably know. Let's just get started making some soap, and I'll show you the colors as I put them in. So I'm soaping about 88, slightly warm, but it shouldn't matter as well as this grapefruit behaves. And I want a sort of semi-thick trace for a drop swirl, and then I'm going to add a hanger tool with it. So I will slowly and carefully pour the lye water into the oils. Rinse my lye container out. And bring this to a very basic emulsification. Which is achieved. Get these as close as possible, but close is definitely good enough. Now in the past when I do this, I pour each one of these colors directly into the center of this pot and pour it. It's sort of a version of the in the pot swirl. I'm not doing that this time. I am just doing a regular traditional drop swirl. And I am going to add the hanger tool as I had mentioned. So the colors are going to be white, black, a light pink, a dark pink, and sort of a medium hot pink. And I'm going to do them in those orders. So the white is just regular titanium dioxide. And I have found that if I'm not super concerned about a thin trace, I can put the powder right in the soap and stick blend it in, and it works just fine. And because this fragrance behaves so well, that's what I'm going to do. So there is our white. Of course, black is my activated charcoal from Nurture Soap. light pink is Pretty Kitty from Mad Micah's, but this is a really very bright neon pink. I'm going to lighten it up with some titanium dioxide to make it more of a creamy pink. So put that in there, as well as a little bit of TD to lighten it up and make it a little more creamy. The dark pink is Nurture Soap's Purple Vibrance, which actually is a little darker than I want. When it gels, it becomes almost a red, and I don't want that, so I'm going to put a teaspoon of it in, but I'm also going to put a little tiny bit of TD with it. Just a little bit, very little bit. Then the regular pink, or it's going to be sort of a hot neon pink, is Brambleberry's Electric Bubblegum, and I'm going to leave it just like it is. And I'm going to put 1/5 of our fragrance into each one, right on top of the fragrance, right on top of the colorants. Especially that TD, because it will actually help break it up. I didn't estimate very well. And I'm going to stick blend these in lightest to darkest. Just get the head right on top of the leftover TD, burp it and hit it. So there's that. Here is our light pink. Here's our regular pink. Here's our dark pink. And here is our black. And because of the stick blending, a little more than I usually do, and a little bit warmer temperature, we're ready to pour. That is so thin that I can't do a hanger tool on that right now, so I'll be back. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. I still can't do a hanger tool. It's so thin. This fragrance behaves so well, and it's getting late. And I get up early, so we're just not going to do the hanger. Let's go ahead and get our top on. Alright, that's it. I can't even spray it with rubbing alcohol, it's still so thin. But that's what we have, so I am going to let it sit a while and eventually get it wrapped up and put to bed, and I'll see you tomorrow for the cut. Thanks for watching, everybody. Okay, we're back to cut our soap. So before I get into it, I made a few mistakes on this one. I am so used to being cautious with the stick blender that I was cautious with the stick blender, but with this fragrance I could have and definitely should have stick blended it longer. It appeared to be a consistency that I like, but the truth is I like it a little thicker. I should have stick blended longer, and I did not do the hanger tool because I waited and waited and waited, and it never got to the consistency I was comfortable with. And I did not get the titanium dioxide blended up as well as I should have. I do see some specks, so not sure what I'm going to find inside. We might find some specks, we might find some muddling. Maybe beautiful, we'll see. It's time to find out, so here we go. It does smell fantastic. I really do love this fragrance, but I have to not be cautious with the stick blender. And it's been sitting way longer than my normal soap. It's been sitting for 19 hours. It's been out of the mold for 2 hours exposed to the air, and now it feels firm enough that I feel safe cutting it. It was just a little soft. So here we go. Okay, now the inside I do see some blending, but I definitely see some solid colors. It's kind of strange how the black's really prevalent, so let's cut some bars and see what we have. Just to save a little time, I'll probably cut half of each log, because sometimes the logs are strikingly different from each other. Actually, that looks pretty nice. That's just the end cap, so the consistency was good. Oh, the smell, my gosh, the smell is just spot on. So I'll probably cut about 5 from this log. No, this turned out great. I had intended a hanger tool, but man, these look fantastic. I do see some TD specks in there like I suspected. I have to make another batch for the street ministry, so what I may do is do this again, but stick blend some more and actually do the hanger tool. So next week I may redo this soap because I need an extra batch for the street ministry. So here's the second log. Let's see what it looks like. There's the end piece. Quite different. But even so, I really like these. Yep, these look a lot more like the tiger stripe. So I am quite relieved that these look nice. But it's so odd how this second log is so different. So anyway, I'll cut these off camera. They're going to look pretty much the same, but I am really pleased with these. And I'll take a picture, of course, at the end of all of them cut. So yeah, there's the smaller log, the ones on the front and the ones on the back, and there's the larger log, and they just look incredibly different. But that's what I have this week. And thanks for watching. Y'all stay safe and take good care of yourselves, and I'll hopefully see you midweek with another similar soap. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.